Oh, what a great time to be alive, huh? The year is 2022. What a great time, baby. Woo-wee. Man, oh man. We're living till 80, 90, 100 years old. From living 30, 40 years old, right? Because that's how long people used to live, till they're in their 30s or 40s. Now we're living till we're damn near 100 years old. We don't gotta go out and chase after lions and tigers and gazelles to kill and hunt and gather our dinner. We can just walk down to the grocery store and swipe our credit card. And next thing you know, we're at home enjoying meal, right? Enjoying our dinner. We don't gotta get on a two-wheel that's made out of wood and a flatbed that's also made out of wood and have somebody else or a horse or some huskies push us or pull us to go from point A to point B. You know, we just get on our four-cylinder Nissan Altimas and just start driving. Just put the pedal down, just put the foot down on the pedal to the metal, and vroom vroom vroom, we're gone, right? What a great time to be alive, right? Back when just the thought of crossing continents, you know, coming from Asia to, I don't know, North America, would scare the hell out of people, because they would have to go through so much weather diversity, right? So much inclement weather that they would have to go through. Storms, the flooding, all kind of stuff. And God knows the technology of those ships and the boats that they use, right? All made out of wood. It could sink at any time, though. The smallest stuff could make it sink, right? Versus now, we just get on an airplane. 6-7 hours later, we're on the other side of the world. Like, holy shit. That never in 1,000 or million years did our ancestors think that would happen, right? Did they ever imagine a world that convenient, right? I mean, hey, we're living in a society nowadays where women are saying they don't even need men. What the hell men are supposed to do? We don't need men. Like, I don't think our grandma and her mother and her mother and her mother, like women in the past, have ever even imagined a life or a world without men. Because men were literally after God, right? Because there's this idea, this concept of God, and after that it's man. Because it's men who used to provide and protect them. They couldn't do that shit themselves. Now they go like, oh, I don't need no man. I just wake up 7:30 in the morning, go to my nearest Starbucks and pick up my Frappuccino to get my flaps growing even more underneath my arms. That's why I call it Frappuccino, by the way. Because, you know, them drinks are toxic as hell to your body. Horrible to your body, man. They make you fat as hell. And you'll always notice the chicks who constantly drink Starbucks on a regular basis always got these flaps underneath their arms and on their gut, on their stomach. They're not fat, but they got this flappy skin. Those are the hoes who go to the gym talking to the trainer saying that, oh, I don't want to put a whole lot of muscle, so I don't want to lift weights. I just want to tone. I just want to tone it out. They want the spot reduction for fat loss. There's no such thing as fat loss, spot reduction fat loss process. You're going to lose fat throughout your entire body, not just in one spot. But that's another conversation. So they get their Frappuccino, then they walk to their office holding their umbrella above their head just because it's drizzling a little bit of rain or raining a little bit outside, and it's getting their makeup that they spend an hour and a half putting on all messed up. That they did their extension hair curls and extension for the past 45 minutes is messing all that up. Just a little bit of rain. Have you noticed these hoes always dressing up and doing the most when they're about to go to work in the morning? But for their boyfriend or for a date or for their husband, they look like fucking slobs. Explain that one, right? It tells you who they're really devoted to, aren't they? Doesn't it, huh? It tells you, doesn't it? Who they're really devoted to. But I digress. We'll talk about that in another video. So, and again, there's TikTok trends and all kind of trends on social media going around saying, oh, if men weren't alive, I would be able to walk down the street wearing skimpy ass outfits. Bitch, you'd be dead as fuck. Just letting you know that you'd be dead as hell. Not just from animals and other bad women, you know, because you know there's lesbian women, there's women who are trying to rob other women, other people in general. There's bad people in general everywhere, right? So if men weren't there, there would be criminals still, but there would be all women, right? So yeah, you're walking down the street half naked, but there's some lesbian bitch who's probably still trying to take advantage of you or rob you. They don't think that with their bird brain head, do they? Like, how could he possibly say there would be no crime and everybody would live in peace and harmony if there was no man when there's female prisoners? How retarded are you? Clearly, there's women who are creating chaos as well as men as well, right, in this world. And their biggest argument behind how this world would be so peaceful if men weren't here is that men create wars. Meanwhile, they're jealous of their best friend's husband and best friend's boyfriend. Why do men create wars? Ladies, let's see if your bird brain can come up with that answer. We create wars because we want something from another nation. The person who we are declaring the war against. Or that other nation attacked us first. And we'll have to take revenge. Why did they attack us first? Because they wanted something from us. So it's always something you're getting out of this situation, this war. We're not going to just go create a war for no reason, for no benefit whatsoever. We always want something at the end of it. Correct? Correct. So if you're telling me that if men weren't here there would be no wars, that means you're saying that women don't want anything else from other women. It's only men who are greedy, who are bad, who are taking things from other people, who are wanting things from other people that's not theirs, who don't want to live honestly and just take it by force. Meanwhile, you're wanting your best friend's husband, best friend's boyfriend, best friend's life, because you're jealous that your best friend's living the best of her life. Meanwhile, you pissed off your early 20s, didn't secure down a man, and now you're washed up and broke as fuck, and now you're jealous of your friends. You guys stab each other in the back all the damn time. Even if you don't stab each other in the back, you're jealous of each other's necklace, clothes, how you look, how your skin looks. You don't even compliment one another without actually meaning it. You say one thing, and then when they're not around you try to stab them in the back. You're two-faced as hell. Am I right? Am I right or am I right, ladies? Come on. Let's keep it a buck. Are we going to bullshit around today, or are we going to actually keep it a buck? Keep it 100 all the way. What are we going to do today, huh? You going to put your big girl panties on? Or are you going to act like a toddler and say that you don't know what I'm talking about? You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. So cut the bullshit. Women are probably the most jealous creatures on this planet. So there's so many angles I can attack this with, that if men weren't here, there would be no wars. Well, probably not between humans, because humans probably go human race would probably go extinct in probably a year, 2 years, 3 years. Within 10 years, human race is gone. You guys already know that. So yeah, you're probably right. After a while, there would be no wars because there would be no humans walking around. But you know, I really thought about it the other day. That if men really weren't here, you know. Yeah, we know who the hell is going to be farming? Who the hell is going to be taking care of the oil rigs? Who the hell is going to be taking care of the heavy equipment industry? Who the hell is going to be taking care of the military, the police force, all that stuff? All the physically demanding and even mentally demanding stuff. Because let's admit it, the smartest people in this planet are still men, ladies. Sure, there are smart women, 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000,000, 1 in 1,000. For every one smart woman that there's out there, intellectually, intelligence-wise, you know, in terms of being a doctor, engineer, lawyer, for every one woman that's like that out there, I can show you 1,000 men. 1,000 men. So we're not talking about the exception to the norm. We're talking about the norm here. On average, women are not as smart as men. I'm talking about book smart. I'm talking about street smart. Because if women were as street smart as men as well, if they were as street smart as men as well, then there would be more women entrepreneurs. Because to be an entrepreneur and to make it, to actually be wealthy, you need to be street smart. You need to know how taxes work. You need to know how money works. You need to know how to sell. Why do you think most sales positions are occupied by men? Because they're street smart. All of these correlate with each other, just so you guys know that. You don't believe me? Go and talk about the book smart aspect. You don't believe me on that either? Go check and see how many aerospace engineers are in a college campus, how many civil engineers are in a college campus, how many mathematicians, neurologists, dermopathologist, I think that's what it's called, high-end doctors, engineers, lawyers are women. Just go see that. Figure that number out, and then compare that with the numbers of men. You'll be shocked. Your jaws will drop. No, it's not about lack of opportunity. Women have nowadays more opportunity than men, and they're still not choosing to go into these hardcore majors. Why? Because they're not intellectually that smart. They're not that book smart. Not talking down, just pointing out strengths and weaknesses. That's it. Just like how women are better with people. I fucking hate being around people. A woman, she's a social butterfly. She's like, she's gonna make friends with everybody in the goddamn room, going from one person to the next person to the next person. And by the end of it, when she comes out, she's not gonna give a damn about any of them. So what was the point behind that, ladies? You want to be friends with everybody, and you're a social creature or whatever, but when the social event is over, you don't give a damn. You don't give a shit about any of them. You just want to go home and do your own thing. As long as you got your bag and you are fed, and you got the guy you want. That's all you care about, right? So yeah, I thought about it the other day. Is that all these positions that men are filling, and let's admit it, the blue collar workers are the ones who are keeping this world running. And most blue collar workers are men. So if men were gone, sure, most things will come to a halt. But I think, and it's just a thought of me, you know, ladies, I'll give you some credit here. I think that it's in our human nature that when we face adversity or difficulty in our lives, sooner or later we figure it out. So I really think that even if men were completely gone, women eventually would start filling these positions in to the point where they'll keep themselves running. They'll keep feeding themselves. You know, when you're hungry, strong and independence go out the fucking window. You gotta go do what you gotta go do, and you gotta feed yourself. So I think women will figure that part at least, that hey, we gotta now take the man's role. But the title of the video says, do women still need men's protection? And I say yes, and this is why. Even if women can take care of those roles, they still cannot save themselves from themselves. Yep, I said it. And that was the purpose for a man for the longest time is to save women from themselves, because their natural default mode is self-destruction, which is what's happening nowadays in the West. When you give them ultimate freedom, they're ending up ruining their lives. We live in the most advanced society than our ancestors ever have nowadays, and yet our women are the most depressed they have ever been. Think that's a coincidence? No. Because they wanted freedom, they got it, and they single-handedly ruined their own fucking lives. Even though that was our purpose, to save themselves, we tell you guys not to do it anymore because of the laws. They don't favor us anymore. I'm not going to go try to save a woman from herself when she can turn around and get me in trouble using the laws. Fuck that. But that's why I just let them go to shit, go to rot. Baby, you can go rot for all I care. So, just know these things, alright? Always keep these things in the back of your mind, alright? Is that, yeah, they got this nice, happy time going on right now, but there's still bird brains walking around. I don't know, my hypothesis about women filling up those positions by themselves and figuring out and being able to sustain all the wild animals from them not eating them, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me know what you... And as I said, it's just a thought. Obviously, human race couldn't survive for a while. Or after a while, it would go extinct without men because we wouldn't be able to reproduce. But that's a later down the road question. The first and foremost thing is self-sabotage. And women destroying their own selves. We gotta get through that part before we think about women popping out babies, right? Every single family member I've ever had have always ruined every relationship that didn't benefit them. They always want something. Want. And if you give it to them, it's not enough. They want more and more and more and more and more. And the men, check these bitches. Hey, shut the hell up. You got enough already. Be grateful. So if you take that voice away from women completely, that guidance, that check away from women completely, what do you think is going to happen to a human being who can never be satisfied? Exactly my point. And I'm sure you guys have seen women like this in your life as well, where you've seen women just self-sabotaging or sabotaging other people's relationships, other people's lives, right and left, just because of some petty-ass reason that don't even make sense. Oh, I'm not happy. I wasn't happy. That's why I had to leave. Everything was going just fine, but he was too boring, so I left him. He was doing everything that a man's supposed to do, but he was too boring. Self-sabotage. Destruction. Destroying the relationship. Destruction of her own, of her future, of her own future. So yes, they still need our protection. And side note, even though it should be a main point, ladies, if you're in trouble and you call 911 because some guy or a group of girls even are threatening your life, do you feel more comfortable if a male cop shows up or if a female cop shows up? Bingo. Follow me on Instagram at zeekpeak00. Hit your boy up on the Cash App at $zeekpeak. Like, comment, subscribe. See you motherfuckers on the next one.